welcome, seriously welcome to a John Legg fragrance review. Okay, we have been here before. Amouage Interlude Man. This fragrance is best described as dark, mysterious, woody, smoky, incensey, heavy. This stuff is borderline spiritual, if you know what I mean. And I've got to be honest, I've had this bottle since about 2018, and as you can see, only about halfway down. I've found very, very, very few occasions to wear it, okay? It's not for the faint-hearted. It's not for a young guy. It's not for someone who hasn't got confidence. And it's certainly not for every setting and every season. In fact, out of all of the bottles I've got, this one is possibly the least versatile fragrance that I've got. And you're probably thinking, Leggy, you're not selling it to me. You're giving me so much negativity. You're giving me all the bad things. Okay, let me tell you. The moment you hit the sprayer on this, it's like a vow. Okay, when you spray this, you make a serious commitment. Because the only thing that breaks you being able to smell this fragrance is a good bath or a good shower. Seriously, this fragrance goes on and on. In terms of its performance, it sets up a reasonable scent bubble around you. And that's it. It just stays there. Doesn't matter where you go, what you're doing, it just stays there. Get it on clothes and that's it. That is the smell of the clothes. So this is a very, very serious fragrance. Okay. But as I say, its performance sort of wipes out all the negativity, all the lack of versatility, all the lack of sort of brightness. You know, there's woods in there, there's incense in there, and it's like a woody incense bomb sort of thing, you know. There is a tiny, tiny, tiny dash of bergamot on there, which you'd normally say, well, that's going to give it a bit of freshness. There's no brightness. In fact, the only brightness about this is the gold sort of bright bling bling cap. Right, there is no brightness about this at all. It's realistically for your cold weather. It's for your mature sort of guy. And the thing is, this changes a lot. In fact, it changes every time you spray it. You get a different sort of set of notes sort of thing. And certainly as you're wearing it, it changes a lot. Okay. And I have this, and when I wear it, I kind of get into it, but I have to find the right occasion to wear it. Okay, that's why I haven't used a massive amount of it. And you know what? For its performance, I have so much respect for this Amouage Interlude Man. Someone dropped me a comment recently and said, look, you know, there is an alternative. There's a much cheaper clone. And I was like, okay, I have this clone in my collection. I've had it in my collection for quite a while. I bought it on eBay and it was about £7.99 delivered. I believe it's more like about £10.99 or £11.99 on eBay these days. But the reason why I've never reviewed this clone is because I have such a respect for the original. But I suppose I realistically ought to give you the option and say, look, you know what? It's not quite the performance and it's not quite a one-on-one smell with it, but realistically, it is so close. And it is a very strong performance. And considering, you know, the Interlude Man is an eye-watering sort of £220, unless you can get it discounted. That is eye-watering for a fragrance. This at $7.99 or whatever it is these days, $11.99, is an absolute bargain copy. I've got to be careful. Am I showing lack of respect to Interlude Man? Possibly. Right, so it is Midnight OUD, and this is, how much is it? It is a 50ml. So that's probably why I got it £7.99. I think there's a 100ml kicking around somewhere, and that is the £12 one. The company that make it is Al Zaafaran, if I'm saying that right. Midnight OUD. There it is. Very colourful bottle, 50ml, eau de parfum. Now I'm not going to spray this because I'm just not in the mood for that sort of vibe. Okay, because once again, this stuff is for long term. I get a solid 4-5 hours out of this of just constantly being able to smell it on clothes, next day, possibly the day after as well. All right. Is it the same as Interlude Man? Okay, I'm going to be perfectly honest with you and say, unless you were a complete anorak, a complete expert, you would not be able to tell the difference. All right, in the real world situation, someone walks past you and that is kicking off them, you would assume it was Interlude Man. You wouldn't know any better. £7.99 or £220. Man, this hurts, but I've got to say. And if you are considering purchasing Interlude Man, and instead of buying a sample, why don't you just buy this, because it's pretty much a 97% the same. You know, I don't know how I can work up these percentages, but it's that close that you wouldn't tell the difference. And realistically, you know what? If after sort of 4 or 5 hours it's gone, just spray it again. So I hope that I haven't disrespected Interlude Man. I hope I've perhaps given you a heads up on something that you can buy as an alternative. This has been a John Legg Fragrance Review, and you have been a very respected and warm welcome guest, and I would really appreciate a cheeky old thumbs up, and I would appreciate a subscription. Drop me a comment, let me know if you agree with what I said about that, and I will hope to see you soon. But in the meantime, stay safe, stay happy, spray that fragrance every single day, and I will see you next time. Goodbye.